Nice.
Points? 100.
You got 90?
90.5 out of 100.
Almost perfect.
He was really inattentive back down here. Like he wasn't, I don't know. And then when I walked in from this cone to the down area, he wasn't giving me healing at all. I've scored 94 to 96 before, so like that's still not. I'd be happy with above 94. What about? Yeah, it gave me the breakdown. I lost a bunch of half points, you know, like for the hammer help, which I was hoping he said because I wasn't really aware of what I was doing. Plus the half point on his recall, he arced, which is his avoidance of the decoy. It wasn't the distraction. It's, you know, he wants to show he's staying away from the decoy. He was a little fidgety in the long down, like he was sniffing and crept just a tiny bit. And then, like I said, the inattentive, he lost the point on the overall healing because a couple times on the back leg, he's like his head is here, but he's not up. Like his head is arced to me, but he's not looking at me. Like he was. And then, like I said, the healing, I've got to work this from the cone to the down area. He was doing his casual heal. He wasn't giving me, which is not a good way to start down, you know. He should stay in obedience, you know. But 100 for the obedience? 90. Pick up. So it's 9.5 points. It's nice. It's not what I want. You know what I gotta do is I just need to drill the healing for longer periods of time. You got his whole routine right, so I can see the length of the routine and. Yeah. For me, it looks pretty good as well. It's actually pretty calm for him. Like he wasn't barky or anything. Oh yeah, and this morning he was really pumped up, you know, so it was nice that he calmed down. And it was nice that he wasn't barking out here. Like yeah, a couple of times when I told him who's hard, he got a little back talky on me. But like it's nice that people could see that he can be quiet in obedience. When I work it regularly, he's quiet. I know, I caught that. Because usually I keep a really short leash. Like I do a 3-foot tab, and that way I don't have a lot of leash to make a mistake with. But I used the 4-footer today. Couldn't find your bag from my socks.
It's in the back of the truck. Black ship rules.
This guy, should I say it so you can hear it on the video? If he beat me in points, I'm going to be bad for all that stress that he's out there.
Staying. He's still the score of the black ship, so.
I think he might have beat me though. I missed his on leash. I'm assuming it was clean,
He was,
right?
yeah, he was clean. Again, you know, I
How
can't.
does muzzle work?
I think he was clean. He took the muzzle himself off. So I don't know if he will have some points taken off.
I'm going to have to get my sunglasses.
Level 1, we have Bill Schwartzman, the back, figure eight of the cone. The dog's kind of sensitive in the muzzle. He's shaking a little bit as he's going in to do the healing. A little crowding, slightly to the left and to the right while he's going through. 4 out of 5, the halt was correct, the down was correct. On the resit, we get a double command, sit, foos. The dog sits, he sits way back when he comes up into the resit. For all those reasons, half out of 2, 9.5 out of 12. On-leash obedience pattern, the healing. The end of the leash is hanging through the handler's hand. That's incorrect according to the rules. The leash should be gathered up and demonstrate slack. Slight deduction there. And then also the hand position. It says in the rule book you're supposed to walk with a normal hand position. So slight deduction there. The dog, the position of the dog's head and body and everything was virtually flawless. The handler cost the dog some points there, which were unnecessary. And then also the handler stops. He completely halts before he was told to. He had to regather himself and finish the last few feet. But even with that, it was still 18 out of 20 on the healing. On the right turn, a very slight lag out, 1.5 out of 2. The fast, slow, and normal, all correct. The gunfire was correct. The about turn, for me, the handler pivots a little too wide on his about turn. And so, again, the dog was in nice position through the about turn, but the handler's going a little wide for me. In and out on the same line on the about turn. 1.5, but it was only a half-point deduction there. 1.5 out of 2. Excuse me, I'm sorry. 1.5 out of 2. The left turn was a little crowded, 1.5 out of 2. 31 out of 35. The off-leash healing, stay in motion, return, and recall exercise. The healing, again, as the handler proceeds through after the first stay in motion, he gives the dog a sit, foos, foos, so that's a double command on the healing, so that's a point. The hand position, however, on the second leg relaxes substantially and he's walking much more normally, and he's got the leash much more normal, 18.5 out of 20. Stay in motion, could be slightly faster, 2.5 out of 3. Second one, about the same, 2.5 out of 3. Return to heel, dog comes up nice and quick, comes right into a nice, perfect position, 4 out of 4. The about turn, a little wide on the pivot again for me, 1.5 out of 2. The third stay in motion, the dog does not go all the way down into a full down. It takes a little while for him to get all of his elbows down, right? Both of his elbows down, one was kind of cocked, he was kind of a little bit in an anticipatory position. So had to take some substantial point there. It was a 3-point exercise. I gave him 1 out of the 3. Now on the distraction, the dog does scoot forward on the distraction, but that was actually the fault of the decoy to hit the dog with the distraction. So I did not take any points off the distraction for the dog. 3 out of 3. The recall, the dog is really, he's nice and fast coming downfield. But then, sort of really plows into the handler there at the end. So I took half his points on the finish for the big collision, 6.5 out of 7 on the recall itself. And then on the long down exercise, the handler anticipates the leave your dog portion. He puts the dog in and runs to the cone or goes to the cone. Half point there. The dog did get restless in the long down, very slightly, a half point. Overall, a very nice routine. And a very correct dog, 85.5 points in the obedience.
My dog better. Suck the whole hand into his mouth. Gosh, his blood, he had holes through his hand. He's like, we need to work on our grip. He's a walk away. He's got that thing of walking kill. Hell, everybody else is like, yo, no, not a good idea. No, oh shit. He's come up to the ball. He was just like, that was fine. I'll show you the stuff.
They gave me an option.
They gave me an option? I thought they were making everybody get them.
Nice.
Starts the action, you can send your dog.
Hold on.
When?
Hey. Puss! Hey, you stop some more thing! Get the dog out of here! Hey! 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 Hey!
Nice cat. Out your dog.
Loose it!
Nice puppy.
Fucking battery in this thing sucks. Yeah.
Buzz! Wait! Wait!
Stay, you're gonna go back to the car.
I saw that.
Ready, Jerry? Ready?
consistent barking at the window, but the dog is focused. 8 out of 10. Dog comes quickly to the grip. 4.5 out of 5. Takes the gunfire fine. 4.5 out of 5. The grip. I'd like to see a fuller grip, a little less chewy, a little less noisy. 7.5 out of 10. The release. Handler kind of pulls the dog out before he allows him to do the alert post release. So the release was a bit slow, but then you kind of don't even let him demonstrate. You're like in a hurry to get out. So that was a little bit on you. 3 out of 5 on the alert post release, but passing that scenario, 38.5. Handler attack from hiding. The healing here is much better. A little slight foraging, 9 out of 10. The defense, dog comes quickly to the grip, 4.5 out of 5. Dog's growly in the drive, 4 out of 5. The grip is a little chewy, 7.5 out of 10. The release was a little slow here, 8.5 out of 10. And we get a little dirty nip, and the dog's a little dirty toward the handler there, 8 out of 10. 41.5 out of 50, that is passing that scenario. On the courage test, send downfield is real nice and fast downfield. Distraction doesn't seem to push him offline, 9 out of 10. The strike was very nice, 9.5 out of 10. The grip, again, growly, could be a little bit fuller. I like to see him a little calmer in his grip, 7.5 out of 10. The dog takes the drive pretty well, but he still is a little growly, so you lose little points there, 8 out of 10. The release, this time, was really nice. Dog comes off very clear, 9.5 out of 10. And this time was a little bit better with the disengage and getting him out of there. Picking him up from the guard, 8 out of 10, 62 out of 70, and that's passing with distinction. On the surprise scenario, dog stays nicely in the car. When contact is made, the dog comes out, defends his handler. The defense portion, 4.5 out of 5. The hit, 4 out of 5. Dog comes in nicely to the shoulder. On the grip, the dog is a little bit growly. I'd like to see him a little bit fuller, 7.5 out of 10. And then on the release, and the release was good, 9.5 out of 10. And then the pickup was also pretty clean there, 9.5 out of 10. 45 out of 50, passing that scenario with highest distinction. Today, 85.5 out of 100 in obedience, 187 out of 220 in protection, 272.5 overall, and we passed our PSA 1. With that, yeah, I think we should show them in a PDC already. Yeah.
Taking the pass.